And good evening, and welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. My guest this evening is Stephanie Lymes, who's Executive Director for the Lymes Senior Center. Stephanie, welcome. How are you?
Nice to meet you and see you again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Last time we were on, we were in July, and we talked about an event that you guys had coming up. How did you guys make out? How'd you do?
We did good. We had, there were 4 concerts.
All right.
We had about 1,600 people
Cool.
that attended all, 4.
Yeah.
So it was really a nice event for everybody.
Excellent. Yeah. And hopefully we're going to do it again next year.
I'd like that.
Excellent. So what's going on with the Lymes Senior Center?
Oh, you know what? We're always busy. The big thing right now is we have our Veterans Appreciation Luncheon.
Yes.
That comes up October 30th. And we get it catered by Atria, Crossroads Place. Mm-hmm. They do it every year. This is our 6th year doing it. And we invite all the veterans to come out. And it's free for them. And we also get some of the military involved. We have a few members from usually the Coast Guard and Navy come over. And it's a very nice intermingling between some vets, even back to World War II, and current serving, military members. So,
wow. You guys get a pretty good turnout?
We do. We usually get anywhere from about 80 to 100 people.
Wow.
So, and we always invite anybody. So if anybody's listening to this broadcast and is a veteran and they want to come, they would just have to let us know, and we would love to have them.
When, where, and what time?
Okay, Lymes Senior Center. That's in Old Lyme, Connecticut.
Yeah.
It is on October 30th at 1 o'clock.
Right.
And when, where, and
what time?
What time? And I said that already. Very good. I was thinking I missed one.
That's okay.
Yeah, very good.
So what else do you guys? What else are you guys doing now that the summer is over? And do you guys basically wind down for the fall, or are you guys constantly busy?
Constantly busy.
Well,
next week we have Marilyn Monroe coming.
Okay.
With Cher and Sunny. They're doing a tribute to Hollywood.
Cool.
So we're going to have a bunch of impersonators there on Wednesday. So then we have, of course, come October, we have a lot of different activities. We started up bocce in August, so that's a lot of fun. We play on Thursdays at 10:30, so anybody that hears it and wants to come, we have a good time. We recently had our courts restored by an Eagle Scout in Old Lyme. Absolutely. And their whole scouts, they all participated. So we have 2 bocce courts, and we're hoping next year we'll have horseshoe pits as well.
Very nice.
I'm working on that. I've got an Eagle Scout that's interested in possibly doing that for us next year.
Really? How long did the Eagle Scout project for the bocce courts take?
Well, they started early, and they had one big day where they cleaned up the pits, they painted and all that, but they made benches, very long benches, so multiple people could sit on them between the 2 bocce courts, and they cut down trees, so it went on for quite a long time, not consistently, but probably 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, by the time they finished, and it was great. We had a big ceremony when they finished, and we were going to play bocce that day, but the rain kind of put a nix on that day. But.
You don't want to play bocce in the rain?
Well,
no?
we don't have indoor courts.
Okay, all right. You don't want to get wet.
Yeah.
So what else? We're
going to be starting up cribbage. So we're hoping to find some cribbage players that.
What exactly is cribbage?
Oh, it's a fantastic card game.
All right.
You have a little board that has pegs, and you have to see. Obviously, the goal is to get your pegs to the end of the board first. So each point you count, you go towards the end. So it's a lot of fun. You should come and play.
I was going to say, I've never played before.
Yeah, we'll teach too. So if anybody wants to learn,
I might have to come and play. So how long have you been involved with the Lyme Senior Center?
5 years. 5 years.
You like it?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. My days go by very quickly, though. I'm going to be 60 before you know it at the pace that I go.
Well, there you go. What is a typical day like at the senior center, or does it depend on the day?
It does depend on the day. We do we have exercise every single day.
Okay.
So it may be, and sometimes 2 or 3 exercise classes in a day. We do Pilates yoga classes. We do just regular toning classes. We do have one that we offer every Tuesday called Sit and Be Fit. So you don't have to be up to be able to exercise.
Gotcha.
We have tap dancing classes. We have art classes. We have other Latin and ballroom line dance classes. We have, I'm trying to think of all the yoga. We have Tai Chi. So, we have a plethora of different activities for people. We also do a lot of lectures. Usually try to do a couple a month. It might be on something in history, that kind of thing. And, we have lunch every day. So for $3, you get a hot lunch. So.
How's lunch?
You know what? It's good, yeah, except for American chop suey, and it has nothing to do with where it comes from. I'm just not.
I was going to say.
I'm not an American chop suey fan.
Not that big of a fan either.
So other than that, yeah, they're very good lunches. Hot and so.
Is the senior center a pretty big place?
Yeah, we had over 22,000 visitors last year.
Wow.
So it's, it's hopping. We're constantly doing. Tomorrow we have a special party for all our nonagenarians, and I bet you don't know what that is.
A what?
I see, I knew you wouldn't know.
All right.
90 and over. So we have once a year in September, we do a photo shoot. So anybody that's not on our Wall of Fame, gets her picture taken and gets put on our Wall of Fame, and then we do a group shot, almost like a class picture every year of all the 90. So I'm expecting about 20 of them to come. We'll also have, with all the other guests and stuff, because everybody's invited, we'll probably have about 60 or 70 people, but 20 actually 90 and over that are planning on coming this year.
I was going to say, do they tell you they're coming, or they just show up?
Oh, well, yeah, there might be more. Those are the people that I was able to get in touch with.
Okay.
We have almost 40 that are 90 and over at our place, yeah.
Including John Clark from WCNX Radio.
I don't think he's there.
Well, almost. Or he looks like he's 90.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does. So how did, speaking of the aforementioned, how did you guys get in touch with John to partner with the Doo-Wop DeVille show?
Actually, it started with me contacting the person at the Doo-Wop DeVille show. And we were talking, and he had said...
And his name is escaping me right now.
I think it's John, too. I think it's also John Burke.
Yeah,
I had to think myself.
I was going to say, I know what it is, too.
Took me a second. But I called him. He was really nice, and we chatted, and he said how he was looking for a place to do it. I said, well, we got the place to do it, and we got the ice cream.
Right.
So he talked to his guys, and they said, yeah, we'll do it. And so that's how it. So then after that point, obviously John was in charge of the taping. So then John reached out to me, and John Clark, that is, reached out to me, and that's how I got involved with John Clark.
Nice. He's a great guy.
And then he introduced me to you. So
that's right. And then I believe back in June or July, you guys were on with me.
Yes, back in June,
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, because it was right before our concert started.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, because I think we talked about the concerts. So how's these, with the incline of what's going on, how's the Senior Center doing so far, as obviously you guys are always looking for funds and...
Yeah, well, you know what, we are very unique Senior Center in the sense that all of our expenditures for programs come from dues and donations. So dues is $5 for in-town, which is, in-town is anyone that pays taxes to Old Lyme or Lyme.
Yes.
Out of town, it's a whopping $10. And then they would get one of these in the mail. So this is a newsletter.
That's a newsletter.
Yep, it comes out every month.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
You sent me that, actually.
I did. I sent you via the email.
Yes, you did.
So they get that in the mail, and then they can know all the programs that are going on. We have a lot of members from different towns. I mean, probably 90% of our people are from Lyme and Old Lyme.
Okay.
But we've got people as far out as Chester and Montville, and that Groton that will come to programs that they enjoy. We have a huge tap following. We have about 45 tappers. And Bethany Haslam She owns a dance studio in Old Lyme.
Okay.
She's been doing it for about 3 years now. So people come from everywhere to tap with her. So
wow.
we are great. We started with 1 class and now we have 2.
Ooh.
So we got a beginner and an intermediate. And December 15th is going to be a great day. Actually, you should come.
Why? What's December 15th?
All of our dancing classes. So we've got country line dancing, we've got Latin ballroom line dancing, and actually 3 tap classes altogether.
Okay.
1 they do at the studio because they need a different kind of floor. So
yep.
the three we all are doing a show. So
cool.
We're putting on a show at the center. So that'll be fun. December 15th at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is going to ring a lot for you because we usually have most of our programs at 1.
At 1 o'clock, all right.
Yeah.
So 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is
that's the time.
The designated time
For just about everything. There are a few exceptions, but
except lunch.
Except bocce. Yeah.
What time is bocce?
10:30 Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to play till we can't play anymore. Till it gets too cold out there. But right now it's perfect weather.
As far as getting too cold out there, once the weather breaks and it gets a little bit chillier, how do you guys do as far as the winter goes? As far as participation, as far as programs, what do you guys do as far as programs in the winter?
We kind of run it the same way we do it now.
Okay.
But our schedule is based on the school calendar. Not school calendar, the school closings. So if the school closes, we're closed too.
Gotcha.
So, because our seniors aren't going to come out in the snow.
No.
And I really don't want to drive over in the snow either.
No.
So it works out well,
Right.
If the school closes, I rarely have to call it. Like one time I think we had a snowstorm and it was during their Christmas vacation. So, we had to, of course, call it. But then we put it on Channel 3 when we close. And so people just know to check there and make sure.
Exactly.
And pretty much, I mean, the rule of thumb is if the schools are closed, we're closed. So just, as far as weather goes. So.
Or if the schools are open on a delay, you guys obviously open.
No, we don't, because we don't open till 9. So the bus is already on the road. So we'll close early if they close early.
Gotcha.
But we don't delay it because, and people are smart. They're going to use their best judgment. If their driveway is still icy, they're not going to be driving.
No. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Yeah. And you guys have a fleet of buses?
No, we do not.
No?
Everybody drives themselves, with the exception of we do have some people that take 9-town transit.
Yep, absolutely.
And we also have people that get rides from other people.
Okay.
So, but most of our people drive.
Would you mind sticking around for another segment?
I would love to.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Thank you. Did you see anyone's broccoli? You moved in? Thanks for helping us.
No problem.
You strawberry? You're welcome.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
When the Teen Titans go to the movies, they know the best way to travel is safely.
Road trip! You know it's super.
To keep your child safe, be sure to use the right car seat for their age and size.
Exactly.
Hollywood, here we come! The Atom has arrived!
Have a seat, my dude.
For more information on finding the right seat, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Impressive!
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. Sitting here with Stephanie from the Lyme Senior Center. Well, Stephanie, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we were talking before the break that you guys are actually now a 55 and over.
Yes. Yeah, we just this summer, we passed it. We changed the bylaws.
Okay.
We had a lot of members that, weren't 60 and they wanted to come, but, officially they couldn't come. So we decided to do what a lot of other senior centers are doing and go to 55 and over.
Cool.
So it's been very well received, and it's just nice. It's nice seeing senior centers used to have, and still do to a certain extent, have a big stigma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not old enough. I can't tell you the amount of times I used to hear that. But my thing is, once you get them through the door the first time, they keep coming back because they realize all the programs that we have that are of interest to them. And we try to offer a pretty diverse thing. So we have some things that might be more geared to people that are, in their 80s and 90s, and some that are geared more towards 55, 60, So.
Now, what types of programs do you have geared to like the 55 to 60 spectrum of
So a lot
people?
of a lot of the exercise classes, a lot of the dance classes, those are my younger seniors.
Okay.
I do have some that are 80 that are tapping. So it is, but in general, they're my younger seniors. Also, they do a lot of the trips. We do trips throughout the year. They just got back in, the big trip they just did was, they went for the winter, what is it called? The Winter Festival in Canada. And they went for like 4 days. Oh, they loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be out at a parade when it was that cold, and but they enjoyed themselves. And we've got a couple big ones coming up in 2019. One's like a transatlantic cruise and sightseeing in England. So you fly over to England, you do some sightseeing there, and then you take a transatlantic cruise back. And we're doing, I think, down part of the Panama Canal in 2019 and Bermuda, And then we do from about end of March, beginning of April to the first week in December, we do 2 or 3 trips, like day trips that, like they're going to the Radio City Music Hall for, the Rockettes.
Oh, on the Christmas show.
Oh yeah, that always is a big seller.
That's a fun. I remember doing that back in high school.
Yeah,
that was a fun time.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. So they, so a lot of the younger seniors like to do the trips, like to do because they're still very active.
Right.
They also the lifelong learning classes that kind of goes across the spectrum though. We do lifelong learning classes, like we just did one on the 10 most important events of the 20th century, or we have one coming up about a composer, Bernstein, so things that are of interest to them. We've done old-time radio shows, things like that where people are interested to hear and see it. So
really?
Yeah. So.
How was the old-time radio show?
Oh, that was cool.
Was it?
That was really.
Tell us about it.
Well, there's one that a lot of my people that came to it were after the radio time.
Okay.
But like I Love Lucy, before it was I Love Lucy, was I think it was called My Husband or something like that.
Sure.
And so they did a radio program. Really? Before they, so listening to it, you just heard I Love Lucy. I mean, it was her character, she wasn't married to Ricky, but her character just showed through, So it was, it was a blast. They enjoyed it a lot, listening to the old time shows and the old time commercials, Ovaltine and, all that good stuff.
Wow.
So anyway, but we're having a huge Halloween party.
Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't talk about
October 31st, of course.
Halloween day.
Halloween, and the first 30 people to sign up and dress up and come to lunch get a free lunch and get entered into a raffle to win a $25 gift card for Big Y. Excellent. So we don't do it on like whose is the best, because to me it's very subjective and it just hurts people's feelings.
Right, exactly.
So we just all dress up. We have a great time. We have we call it the spooky cake after lunch, and usually they do the same lunch every year. It's like brains and meatballs or whatever they call it. And then we just have a good time, and then afterwards we do the drawing and everybody just hangs out. We play some music and just a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah.
So what else do we want to tell? What other stories do we want to tell about the senior
We're
show?
having Elvis come for our Thanksgiving luncheon. So Elvis will be in the building.
I was going to say,
I'm looking up the date because I don't remember it.
I saw Elvis not long ago, but I was in Clinton at an event.
Oh, and they had Elvis?
Yeah, and he showed up. It's like, and he was actually pretty good. He was pretty engaging with the crowd, too.
We're having that, I'm looking now,
all right.
November 15th.
Okay.
So what we do is we do a lunch, and we usually have about 120 people for it. It's humongous, and we would probably have more, but we can't fit anymore. But for $3, they sign up for the meal. They have to sign up at like 2 weeks in advance, and it's the traditional Thanksgiving meal.
Okay.
And then afterwards, we have Elvis do a show.
There you go.
And the last time we had a different Elvis, because unfortunately the Elvis we had I think he's not performing anymore. And,
so he left
but
the building.
Women were like, yeah, he left the building. The women were like screaming, and it was hysterical. It was just it was really fun. So we're having Elvis. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of some of the other great programs we have. There's a woman, October 3rd. There's a woman by the name of Cheryl Fay. And she's outside of Boston. She lives outside of Boston. Okay. And she does, she's done a bunch of women one-person shows. So like she did Eleanor Roosevelt for us. She's done, who else has Anne Frank for us. Okay. She's done another one I'm not thinking about. And now she's going to be doing Amelia Earhart. Wow. And it's really cool. It's like, you feel like you're there. So people sign up for it, and we have a tea, and we watch her show, and it's just amazing. Cool. We usually have about 60 people, so it's a pretty big event. People enjoy coming. And it's funny, like with Eleanor, she was on a boat, and all of a sudden you hear a big foghorn in the back, and then you have her father talking to her. You know, so she's got this show all worked out, even though it's only her. Right. You really get, in fact, her Anne Frank one, by the end I was crying. Like, that's how believable she was. Wow. Like, yeah, so.
And how long are normally the programs?
Well, normally an hour. With that one, we started at 1, it ends about 2:30-ish. All right. But normally it's 1 to 2.
Very nice.
Yeah, so those are just some of the activities, but you know, anybody's welcome to be a member of the Senior Center. Mm-hmm. It's $5, like I said, for in town, $10 for out of town. And then once you're a member, you have the ability to participate in whatever you would like to. Cool.
And obviously, it's a yearly.
It's a yearly
renewal,
and all the money goes towards our programming.
Cool.
So that's what, you know. It turns out to be really good. We are very fortunate to have people that like to give, because a lot of towns are sponsor. Yep. But with ours, the way it was built is we pay for our own programming, and they pay for me and the building and all that good stuff. So.
Now, what's the capacity of the building for a program, or the day?
Well, the day, I mean, you could have, more than. In the bigger rooms we have together, which we've held concerts in, I think the capacity is 144 in that room. All right. But with the fire marshals, with the fire marshal's approval, we've gotten, I think, about 165 for our concerts. Wow. As long as I have the microphone in hand.
Yeah, right, exactly.
In case.
In case something happens.
Just in case something happened. But
Speaking of people and concerts, the Do Up DeVille show, how many people did we?
I think we had about 350 for the Do Up DeVille. Right. Yeah, so it was really
cool.
Good. They turned out a nice crowd.
They do a good job?
They did.
Did they?
They did. We
Excellent.
had fun. We were dancing. At one point, John even came over and danced with us. Like, it was fun, yeah.
Do we have that on film?
Yeah, we must. We must. Well, I don't know. They were kind of panned mostly to the band. So he came over to the side, so I'm not sure. It was during, one of the twists, All
right, well, I'll have to look in the archives and see if we can, because I could use that for...
Now, this is John Burke, not
Yes.
John. Okay.
Right.
It's hard when you're talking about more than one John.
Exactly. Now, what else do you guys, what else do we want to tell everybody that is going on?
The holidays are around the corner. There's a lot, holidays are tough for some people. Yeah. The Senior Center is a great place to come, because it's a way to take your mind off of whatever might be bothering you. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of people that I think is pretty special. Our Senior Center is very in tune to, they all are welcoming of new people. Right. Which is a really great thing, you know what I mean? It's not very cliquey, so if somebody new comes in, they want to know who you are, and the next thing you know, they're, hey, come sit with us at lunch, and they're chatting, and it really is a great place to meet people, meet friends. My tap classes, they go out at least once a year out to lunch together. So all the tappers get together and go out. So, and then I've got my ballroom and line dancers, they, do things outside. And then I've got just people that come in for lunch every day that, enjoy coming in and seeing all their friends. And so it really is a neat place to meet new people and to feel like maybe not so alone.
Exactly. You know what we didn't talk about, but we can mention it now?
Yeah.
Website.
Okay, so we are on a website with 8 other towns.
Okay.
We are the first one in the country to get together with 8 towns that they could find, because when they were developing our website, they look for something to, this is all news to me, but they look to see something they can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, and they couldn't find anything where 8 senior centers got together. So seniorcenterct.org, and we're under Lyme Old Lyme. You've got other towns as well.
Right.
And they can just go there, they can check out our programming. My information's there. There's even an email attachment there where if you want to email me, you can email me and it gets sent to my email. So that's good.
Very
So,
cool.
yes.
And I'm assuming it gets updated pretty regularly.
Oh my gosh,
with what's going on.
Yep. I have a volunteer, and she follows me. She goes. Why shouldn't she follows me? What I mean is she does it while she's here, and when she goes to Florida, she still does it. So she's in Florida probably 6 months a year, and I send her down the information. She plops it into the website for me. So she's usually pretty right on. If I had to do it myself, it might never be updated because there's not enough hours of the day. But yeah, I have a really dedicated volunteer that does that for me.
Very cool.
So I'm very fortunate. But
very cool.
But thanks for asking about that.
Yeah, no, not a problem. And we got a little bit more time left, but before we do, I want to say thanks and.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Maybe we'll see you again. Maybe in the spring.
I would love that.
And see what's going on. Website one more time before we say goodnight.
www.seniorcenterct.org.
Stephanie Lyons from the Lyme Old Lyme Senior Centers. Thanks for coming down. We'll see you again.
Very good. I'd like that.
On behalf of Stephanie, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next time.